Jeff here from Ecom Geeks. It's Store Review Wednesdays, so let's get started. How's it going, people? Today we're going to be reviewing a store called Apparel, so let's get started. So there are a couple of minor things that I'm going to go over quickly, and there's a couple of major things I'm going to talk about after that. So let's do the nitty-picky stuff first. So in your footer here, you have a lot of fantastic links that are necessary. However, you still have the Powered by Shopify at the bottom. Super easy to remove that. Another thing that I've noticed is that in your social thing here, you have, daily behind the scenes content, but there's not actually anything there. So, either remove this title and keep, the different links here, or actually start doing, daily content every day. I took a look and it does seem like all of your social media links are working, so that's awesome. Last thing that is kind of like a little minor thing would be just that your favicon is a little bit strange. It would be better if it were more of a logo, but I get that your name itself is kind of the logo, so I'm glad that you have a favicon. I just think it could be improved upon. Okay, so that's the minor stuff. Let's get into the major stuff. Most of your issues that you're having are to do with your navigation and your SEO. So if I take a look here, the navigation isn't easy to navigate. For example, if I go to the FW collection, it's not easy for me to search between hat or beanie, between that and hoodies and sweatpants. I mean, you have kind of those outlined, but it's not 100% clear. It would be nice if you had more like nested drop-down menus or something like that. I mean, even like something similar to what you have here with accessories. I mean, if you go to accessories and then toques, okay, now I'm looking at all the toques. That's awesome. I know what I'm looking at then. Perhaps in tops, you could say, okay, we've got hoodies or we have, crew necks, something like that. Just make it very, very easy for the customer to be able to get to the place where they want to go. So my next comment is about the images for your products. And don't get me wrong, like I love the photos that you have on your site. Like they're beautiful. However, that being said, there's a couple of them that just aren't all that great at actually showing off what product you're looking at. These look pretty dope, but I don't really get to see the whole thing unless I click on the last image here. And then, okay, great, now I can see the full thing. But you can tell that there's an obvious color difference between, the first two photos and then this one. It looks a very dark, almost brownish compared to, this kind of dark maroon color here. So, I would highly suggest having images that do show, your full product. At least have them like the second image, just because there's other products that I've been looking at that it doesn't really show off things very well. Another confusing part is in most of your photos, you often have more than one product mixed in there. In this case, it's regarding, selling a hat, but you also still very obviously have your hoodie in there as well. So just when I'm visually looking at things within your different collections here, it's sometimes tricky to figure out what exactly you're actually purchasing. So just keep an eye on that. So let's take a look at your SEO here. For this particular product, if we take a look at the SEO, we find that there's nothing there that tells Google what your product is about. So you really need to go into your products individually, go through and update the SEO so they actually understand what you're talking about. Now, in some of your products, you have more information in the description here, but some of them, there really isn't much there. It tells you about what the product is, but it doesn't say blah, 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 it's great for blah, 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 wear it with friends or whatnot. There's no selling point there that tells the customer why they should buy it or what it's for. One side thing to note, for this one here, it seems like the link is to the product itself. It's not to a collection. So, if you have more than one hat, make sure that you're updating this to a collection as opposed to a particular product. Overall, really nice looking website. Very honestly, very nice looking website. I would say really focus on improving that navigation as well as updating your SEO, and you'll be very good to go. Hope that helps. Catch you next time. Looking to improve your store? Hire a geek. We offer individual store optimizations, one-on-one training, as well as workshops. Check out the description below for more information.